Welcome to Pixel Therapy Plays, our Let's Play series here on the Pixel Therapy Pod YouTube channel, coming to you live pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday. We're also a monthly podcast that's queer and cozy and all about video games and our complex relationships with them. So be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube, ring the bell for notifications, and if you like what you see here, come check us out on patreon.com/pixeltherapypod or your podcast listening platform of choice. I'm your pretty sick co-host tonight, Jamie, pronouns she, her.
And I'm your not as sick, but just as unwell co-host, Spencer, pronouns they, them.
And this is Pixel Therapy Plays Hospital Edition. Tonight, we're spotlighting Against the Storm, which is a dark fantasy city builder from Eremite Games, where players must establish bastions of civilization in the face of a years-long apocalyptic cycle of rain and ruin. Spencer,
Ooh.
you've been telling me you're obsessed with this game and that I need to check it out, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Meh, it's not on my PlayStation." So tonight
Reasonable.
you're gonna show me what I'm missing here
Yes, I'll
with Against the
try.
Storm. And
Ah,
Spencer was telling me before we started the stream that they are such a professional now, so profesh that they've been bumping up the difficulties, but they're gonna dumb it down for us tonight here, folks, so we can
yeah,
follow
for the
along.
layman.
Us simple folks, so we can understand what's going on in this expert gamer world. But yeah,
Oh my god.
tell me,
Yeah.
what am I missing here with
Well,
Against the Storm?
yeah, I mean, I just to caveat that statement a little bit. I've bumped up the difficulty, I've found that runs that might take me like 20 to 30 minutes are now taking like 2 plus hours. And so I figured that might not be riveting content to watch me struggle for 2 plus hours.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But something I was saying to Jamie right before we started the stream was like something I'm really admiring about this game is how like I've been playing for 97 hours and there's still new mechanics being introduced. I guess maybe someone more
Wow.
skilled than I, maybe would be getting to this level of difficulty faster. But for little old me, I think one of the many strengths of this game is that they do a really excellent job of building you up in terms of complexity, and so you really feel like you're getting that psychological return of like you're understanding it, you're grokking it, and then it adds in more and more detail and things to consider. But as Jamie was saying, it's a roguelike city builder, which definitely stood out to me. Because I think I tend to get bored with city building games. Like I don't really like games that have no point or narrative that it's building towards. In this game, um, you're basically so this is the map where each cycle begins, and there's this city that's magically protected by a force field, and
Is that
the
on the edge of a volcano?
yeah, you're pretty much you're at the base of a volcano. Actually, I can click on this and we can enter the city. And yeah, so the city is at the base of
Ooh.
this volcano. Here's my house. I can't click on these other buildings, so I don't know if later on in the game I'll start to be able to interact with them.
Wait, is that one building on fire?
That's I'm always trying to click on it because but I think it's just like a factory
Oh, okay.
that's got smoke coming out of it. But you play as a viceroy, and the queen of this city is tasking you with going out into the world and trying to establish these settlements, and with the goal of eventually reaching these what they call weakened seals in the world. And there are basically these demonic creatures that have been trapped under the earth, and these seals are areas where they're trying to push through. And because of the presence of these monsters, the world is constantly in a state of these heavy storms. And with those heavy storms come like plagues and other disasters brought forth by these monsters. And if you manage to close these seals and eradicate the evil, then the next cycle of years will be longer. Meaning, what I mean by that is like there's a period of, like it says right here in my cycle progress, that there's 9 years left before the next blight storm. And what that means is every settlement I've built will eventually be completely destroyed because the storm will overtake everything. And then we start from the beginning in the next cycle, trying to go back out, keep leveling up, keep closing those seals, and eventually maybe cure the world? Question mark. Don't know. I don't. It's been like a
It's
hundred
ambitious.
years at this point.
Wow.
Um, but you can pick. You start from the city each time, and so me being 9 years in, I've built 3 settlements so far. Um, and yeah, I guess we can sort of get into it, but I think the world building, the fact that with each play you can kind of start building your lore of like what's happened here, like who are these people, what's going on in the world to make it like this. I like the short rounds. I like that there's very specific goals to attain. And like I said before, I like that there's more to learn even 100 hours in, so okay. Was that a good explanation?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Um,
I now wanna see it in action.
alright, let's pick a location. So, um oh, let me just check my see if I can buy any upgrades. Okay. So yeah, as you play and win rounds, you get these kind of experience point things, and you can use them to buy upgrades. Um, I think it would be boring for me to try to explain all of this, but they're good, okay? Just believe me, it's good that this is happening.
Well, what's the upgrade you picked out?
So one that I just did was all these things. I get a permanent 2% boost to production speed, so that's like how fast my villagers are able to um produce goods, like whether it's food or packs of materials to send back to the capital. Embarkation bonuses are like you'll see when we decide where to build our settlement, we get to bring a certain amount of stuff with us to build our settlement, like starting materials. And so this is saying like I'm now going to be able to pick from these things when I embark, which typically I would have to create all of these things from scratch when I've
Okay.
already started the settlement. So this is actually like a really good. It saves me a lot of time.
Mhm.
Um, this one is saying, okay, I get a permanent -2% to the speed at which the queen's impatience grows. So how you win or lose. Yeah, she's a real impatient lady. It's a real
Okay.
devil wears Prada situation out here. Um, but like, there's 2 bars. One's a blue bar, one's a red bar. One is is reputation, and one is the queen's impatience. And what you're trying to do is fill your reputation bar before the impatience bar fills up. And she gets impatient when you're slow on filling her orders,
Oh my
or
god.
if all my villagers get sick of me and start leaving, she gets mad about that too.
You really
Um,
weren't kidding about the Devil Wears Prada tie-in.
yeah. So Uh, you gain a permanent boost to the chance of producing double yields. You set up trade routes. So trade routes is another thing that you can do in this game. You can trade with your previous settlements in a cycle.
Okay.
But it looks like this is going to be adding a new faction to
Mhm.
the places I can trade with. So this is like in addition to my existing settlements, I can have trade routes with this other faction, which I've never heard of until now. Like, what's factions? I don't know. 97 hours in, and that's a thing.
Wow.
But having more trade routes is good because it's more ways to get income. So I'm gonna unlock that.
Now
And
your these upgrades, though, they won't carry over into your next run, or they do?
they do.
Okay.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah. These will all carry over into the next run and into the next cycle.
Gotcha.
Which is cool because it kinda makes things easier over time.
Uh-huh.
And then deeds are like kinda like, what is it called? Achievements,
Okay.
basically.
Mhm.
Meeting certain conditions, it can either grant you experience points, or in some cases, like, if I do this, if I build near a ruins modifier, which I'll point out on a modifier, then I can unlock new types of decorations for my for my settlements, and my house. I guess I can just show you guys my house.
Yeah, I
So
wanna
this is
see
my
your house.
house. This is Aunt
Is
Lori.
Hi, Aunt Lori.
She's my aunt.
She lives with
Um,
you, or do you live with
I
her?
guess. She's in my house all the time. Um,
Eh,
but, like, this is, like, a
hmm,
pretty this is very, like, 90s computer game to me, but in, like, the best
okay.
way, but
Yeah.
as as we achieve things or unlock things, more and more decorations are added to my house, so, like, I got this stone because it's I don't know, it's some kind of stone, I don't remember. It's like some kind of crystal.
Okay.
This is, like, uh, there's, like, this mushroom forest, and so I brought home some of the fungi. It's, like, this glowy magical fungi that we found in the forest, and,
Okay, okay.
Aunt Lori is here, and she can, like,
Smiling
give you
gently.
advice, and she's smiling gently.
Oh, she's the
Um
hand of the queen.
Yes, she's the hand of the queen,
Okay.
and she used to be a viceroy like we are now, so she's kind of like, "Oh, I've done it all before, so I can show
Mhm.
you how to do it."
Okay.
Um And then there's also like, I like this option, "Can you tell me a story?" Because it sort of adds more of that lore of, like, where certain characters come from or about certain races or species that can be in your town, or lore about how the land became the way it was, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's a cute little feature.
Does your house, like, stay the same across runs as well?
Yes. Yeah. Like, we'll just keep adding to it, and
Oh,
it
she
doesn't.
changed. She looks different. Looks
Oh,
different than she did last
yeah,
time.
she's facing us now. Ugh.
Ah.
Ugh. I have to go, Aunt Lori, you're freaking me out.
You need to get
Um,
out of this house every once in a while, Lori.
yeah, for real. Okay. Alright, so these are modifiers.
Okay.
I guess it's not letting me click on it. Okay, here we go. Haunted forest.
Uh-huh.
Um, uh, dangerous and forbidden glade warnings are disabled. Ooh, okay. So if you build near a modifier, um it usually grants you more experience and you fulfill some of those deeds that we were seeing on the previous screen.
Yeah.
This one oh wait, I can go here. Ruins. So actually, ruins was one of the deeds I need to fulfill.
Okay.
So actually we should probably do one here. Um
Okay.
Let's see if it explains. Okay, ruins. This region was settled very frequently in the past. The chance of finding ruins in glades is much higher. Okay, so um, I'll explain when we start. It's easier with the visual aid. Vegetation here mutates into unique strands, so each type of tree provides distinct bonus resources. Okay.
How is this all
Um.
doing on the Steam Deck? Because this seems like a lot of visual information.
Oh my
Because you're
god.
mostly playing this on Steam Deck, right?
Yeah, this is actually the first time I'm playing it with a mouse. I'm like, how do I do this?
Is it changing your life, or you're like, "Give me back my Steam Deck"?
Um, I had to get used to I will say the way that they mapped controls to the Steam Deck, I think is very genius. It took me a
Okay.
few minutes to wrap my head around it, but they utilize the triggers and the buttons really well, to get you to navigate things appropriately. So I really kudos to Eremite for managing to develop this for handheld. Because yes, there's a lot going on, and it actually is a lot easier having this mouse and being able to just fly around and do whatever I need to do. Um, but they figured it out. So it's pretty intuitive on
Okay.
deck. I will say the deck is like I can hear the fan going.
It's pushing it to its limit.
Yeah, but
Mm.
it doesn't hasn't crashed and it
Okay,
looks great.
okay.
So,
Alright.
okay. So what I'm doing here is picking my caravan of starting villagers and supplies who are gonna come with
Okay.
me to this new settlement. Um, these are there's 3 types of villagers per settlement,
Uh-huh.
and those types of villagers are like, I thought these were foxes, but it's a beaver. So there's beavers, there's harpies, there's humans, there's lizards, And then there actually is foxes, but
Okay.
I just unlocked foxes, by the way, speaking of unlocking
Blew
things
your
deep
mind. You were
in.
like, "Wait, this is a fox? So what's the
Yeah.
other thing?"
Yeah, yeah, they were like, "Oh, fox you have foxes now," and I was like, "Wait, who is he?" But they have different strengths and weaknesses. So, like, I really want the beavers because 'cause they're very talented woodworkers,
Yeah, of
and a lot
course.
of the game is like right, of course. A lot of the game is cutting down trees to
Uh-huh.
explore and expand your settlement, and they do it fast, and so I want them.
Mhm.
But you can see the trade-off here is like, okay, if you want the beavers, then you're gonna get a lot less, in terms of variety of starting
I see.
resources.
Yeah.
But we also have these, uh, embarkation points
Sure, yeah.
assigned to each of these,
Normal word.
right.
Definitely a real word.
Definitely a word that I use in my everyday life.
Embarkation.
These resources, so I can spend up to 6 points and bring some extra shit with me. So, right away, I'm gonna pick extra villagers, because we need villagers to do stuff.
Okay.
Um,
I see, and they
I'm
cross 3.
gonna yeah, they cost 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some planks because we need that to build a lot of shit, and it usually takes a while because we gotta cut down enough wood and then build the type of
Oh, no, wait, they cost 2. I see. That's not the what's the 3
oh,
underneath?
sorry, that's how many
Oh, okay,
people.
okay, okay.
So 3 people, 2 points, and
I see.
then I guess I'll just grab some eggs so that we have some extra food to eat.
Yum.
Oh god, let me change the difficulty. Okay. So yeah, everyone be proud of me. I've gone from settler to pioneer to veteran. I'm
Look
very
at
proud of
you.
myself. And veteran introduces this concept of blight rot and corruption and this whole new way of um I don't even like it's like you can harness the power of rain because it's constantly raining in this world, and you can harness the rain to power your production buildings instead of just the labor of your villagers. But as a
Oh.
result, because it's like cursed rain, if you start using the rain, this corruption, this like it's like Last of Us vibes, like this like nasty fungi that's sentient starts growing on your buildings, and you have to train your villagers to like burn it down with and you have to create this resource that you can use to fight back against it. It's like this all this extra
Oh my
stuff
god.
starts happening. So
That's a whole
let's
other layer.
start on settler. Boom. So I guess that's the queen. I don't even know if she's like a real person or just like an
Yeah, that
entity.
was kinda creepy. That just looked like a mask.
Yeah, it's freaky. All
Also, I'll
right.
just pre-apologize for the fact that I'm gonna keep closing my camera thing to be gross with my cold.
No worries. All right. Here we are. So what the hell is that? It's funny that it looks different on the okay, alright. It looks different on the Steam Deck versus
Oh,
PC,
okay.
it's funny.
It's like because it's a
Um,
different size or it's, like, actually a different
it's
image?
a totally different image.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Alright.
But okay, so we're cutting through to discover these glades. When you actually cut through the trees, you'll be able to see what's in here.
Okay.
And when it was talking about ruins, in these dangerous glades, so like means there's some kind of threat. You have to deal with it in a time-based manner, or else bad shit will happen to you. A forbidden glade is like really bad shit will be in there.
That's extra
So
dangerous.
you better have
Mm,
some
you better
resource,
not
like
fucking go in there. The
yeah,
queen
just
said so.
yeah, don't just go willy nilly into
Aunt Lori
that
said, "Don't
forbidden
fucking
glade.
go in there."
Yeah, she said that's a no, no, no. But the ruins, one of the things in these dangerous glades is there might be a broken down building that you can restore from a previous settlement. And if you do that, it's like you don't have to build it from scratch yourself, and it's just kind of like free building. Also, the buildings themselves, we as we do good and the queen is happy, she gives us blueprints to build new types of buildings. And it's always by chance. It's like a shuffle of this, like, I don't know, like 20 or 30 types of buildings that I have available to me right now. But I'll get to pick from four. And so the
Okay.
nice thing about ruins is there might be a building that I haven't unlocked yet,
Yeah.
and I don't have to wait to get it. So
Yeah, okay.
okay, let's see here.
I like how much of this game is determined by just the queen's temperament at any given
Yeah,
moment.
for sure.
She's a
Uh,
fickle ruler.
she is that queen. Um, okay, I'm gonna get the lumber mill because I want planks. You need them to build shit.
Is there any possibility that she is somehow behind all these, like, demon holes and the storms
Honestly,
and shit?
I know. I don't know. I'm hoping that as we keep playing, we'll discover more lore.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. So what I'm doing right now is I want to see. So each of these types of villagers have needs,
Mhm.
ranging from like I need a place to live, up to like I
Okay.
really like education or having luxuries, or I eat biscuits. Looks like everybody here likes biscuits. That's good.
Who doesn't love a biscuit?
Who doesn't? So then I'm gonna want to get this apothecary because I want to be able to. Oh, but I need to make flour to make the biscuits. So I guess
Shout out to the Fargo season 5 finale. Do you watch Fargo?
no.
Okay.
Are there
There was some
flour biscuits?
there was some biscuit making in the
Oh
Fargo
shit.
season 5 finale. That's good.
Nice. Should I watch Fargo? Season 5?
Yeah, I think it was season
Wow.
5.
Oh my god, it's been that long?
Yeah.
Oh.
Each
I've only
season
seen
though
the
is
movie.
well, if you like the movie, you'll probably like the show
Okay.
because it's not do you know anything about it? The show?
Uh, no.
It's not directly based on the movie. Like, the first season tells a story that has some similarities to the story of the movie, and it's also an anthology show. So it jumps around in
Mm,
time, and every season is focusing on different characters, but it's all set in that general part of the country and,
okay.
like, tells a story about usually focusing on someone trying to get money or power, like, quickly through
Mm,
shady means, and that that may be for good or that may be for bad, but things usually fall apart disastrously for them in
okay.
some manner or other. That's kind of like yeah, I think that's probably the closest way to describe a through line of every
Okay.
season. But, yeah, it's really good. I like it. It's dark, it's quirky, it has interesting themes that run throughout. Um,
Okay.
yeah, you should check it
Okay,
out.
if, hearing that, I'm gonna say it again, you gotta watch The Sinner.
The Center, yeah, yeah,
Yes!
it's on the list.
Okay. Um,
What are we
let's
doing?
build some housing. So I'm building, um, some just starter essentials, like, some basic production buildings to make some of the materials we'll need. I'm building some roads because they move faster on roads. And so you want those. And I'm building some housing. And then there's this hearth.
Hearth, I
There's
think, but
there's like an eternal flame that's
okay,
burning, and it kind of
casual,
keeps
yeah.
back the evil.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And you can level up the hearth and make it
Mhm.
more strong by so this to upgrade I need 8 people living within range of the hearth, and I need 4 comfort decorations. So in addition to production buildings and housing and food based buildings and city buildings, so like that will include I can build more hearths, I can build warehouses, which like hold goods. Hydrant. Oh, this is new. Okay. Jeez. Um,
Always learning.
this isn't gonna be part of this round because we're on easy mode, but this blight post and this hydrant um will build this purging fire, which we use to fight back against the evil fungi. And then a trading
Uh,
post we can build, and folks from the capital will come and sell their wares to us. So
Okay, so now
Um,
you put all that down, now it's happening. I see.
yeah, now it's all happening. My little guys are going in there. See, I like the computer because I can really see my little guys up
Look at
close.
them! Look at them little guys.
So there's the beavers and the
Yeah.
harpies,
Yeah, what are the
and
harpies good at besides eating
um,
biscuits?
they like working with cloth and doing kind of like sciency stuff, which
Okay.
it's like a little beaker
Mhm.
icon, and it's usually stuff like making concoctions. Hopefully, we'll see an example.
Okay.
Um, but they like working with cloth, and so like one of the needs, universal needs, is clothing, and
Uh-huh.
so buildings where they can produce cloth and make clothing for the town, they really like that. Let's see if it says okay, they excel at alchemy and love to
Oh,
work with cloth. So I think alchemy stuff like you can make wine, you can make I think that includes the purging fire, like the stuff to fight back.
uh-huh.
Okay, so now these buildings have been built, so we need people to work in them. Actually, that
Okay.
reminds me, I should get my woodcutters going because we need wood. Um, both to keep the eternal flame going and also, um, to explore and also to build more shit. Um,
Yep,
so hold
that
shift.
tracks.
Okay. And then I'm gonna highlight which trees I want them to cut down.
Oh, cool.
And then let's get in this dangerous glade. Why the hell not?
Is that the dangerous one or the forbidden one?
Oh, sorry. This is dangerous.
Okay, okay.
Just basic old dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, we're not trying to piss the queen off or anything yet.
Cornerstones are kind of like special modifiers that the queen offers you.
It always comes
Um,
back to the queen.
I know she's always giving and taking. Um,
Moldy grain seeds, huh?
I think I'm gonna get some moldy grain seeds. I get 3 mushrooms for every 10 grain produced.
Alright. I don't think that's how moldy seeds would work in real life, but this is a game.
This is a game. Okay, orders are coming in.
Oh,
This
okay.
is kinda the crux of the run.
Okay.
We can choose which order we wanna
Are
take.
these from the queen?
These are from the queen.
Okay. Now wait, so that image, that's her envoy. Some sort
Yes,
of
that's
bird
wrong.
person?
I know, right? It's like he has these pointed ears too, so it's like maybe some kind of goblin or like some
Oh,
kind
okay.
of like
Yeah, I don't know, she's
elf.
definitely coded as a little bit evil, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, there's something going on with her.
Yeah.
Like, we don't ever see her.
Hmm.
Oh, I get 20 sacks of flour or okay. I
Yeah.
have 20 eggs, so let's just do this one. Boop, boop. Nice.
Done.
Alright, this one says we need 8 people housed and 20 wood, or we need to build a geyser pump. So the geyser pump is used with the using the rainwater to supply the buildings, which isn't part of this round, so judging you a little bit, game, for including an item that is useless to me in this run, so we're gonna go with this one. And then the third one, keep human resolve above 20 for 30 seconds, or procure 15 copper ore. So resolve is basically like the mental health of my villagers. It's a scary world that they live in, and so they tend to be sensitive to like this bar is showing the hostility of the forest. Like the forest is kind of scary and freaky,
Yeah,
and
for
people
sure.
get more and more anxious as time goes on.
Mhm.
And there's also like right now we're in drizzle season. There's a cycle of seasons with the weather getting progressively worse. And during storm season, it gets very dark and stormy, and people basically are just like, it's basically like January. Like they don't want to go out, they don't want to they're depressed and scared and
They're dealing with seasonal depression.
yeah.
Gotcha. Also, I just realized I didn't turn up the game sound, so
Oh,
sorry about that. But now we can hear the game.
that's okay. Everyone just enjoy listening to me talking for like
No,
20
it's great.
minutes.
I don't think I'd know what's going on if you weren't talking, so it's
And
that kind of game.
yeah,
You gotta explain it.
gotta do some explaining. So packs of things are typically like the queen will be like, I need 10 packs of crops. So this building is used to kind of pack that up. You can also create these packs to use in trading, which will become relevant later. But I'm gonna save my villagers and kind of distribute them to other things right now. Okay, so this is not being built yet because we need more wood. So my woodcutters are going.
Now, can you
Ooh,
pull out of this and start working on a new city, or you're pretty much working on one town, one settlement at a time?
it is one at a time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be cool if you could pop into your other ones just to see how they're doing.
Yeah.
Some DLC content for you, Eremite.
So, like, yeah, once you leave and start a new village, you can't go back to the ones you've already
You
made?
can go back,
Okay.
and you can keep expanding them. It's just that the game will say like you can keep playing in here, but you won't gain experience.
Okay.
Which is like, well,
So there's just certain things to accomplish in each one, and then once you've exhausted that, you're done there.
yeah, you're pretty much done.
Okay.
So I picked the clothier.
I have
Words
no
I've
idea.
never heard of.
Clothier.
Clothier.
You're
I'm
probably
getting
closer with
clothier.
Clothier.
What's this? This is a rain punk drill. If we
Sounds
fix
cool.
it will spawn 2 to 3 copper ore veins. I don't have any tools. Oh, wait, let's
Uh-oh.
see. Oh, I have pipes. Actually, you can only use pipes on the rain punk, they call it, which is cute.
What's rain punk?
Rain punk is like when you
Like
use the
using the
rain to like power your buildings.
Yeah, okay.
But since we're
Okay.
playing on easy, that we can't, it's not
Yeah.
part of it. So like, I'm just gonna spend these pipes that I got with my embarkation bonus to fix this thing. So then
Okay.
you assign some villagers and they go. And everything is time-based, so this is gonna take 1 minute and 30 seconds. So they're gonna investigate. And so it's moving in real time.
Yep.
We can speed
you-
things up.
Yeah, can you pause that though?
Pause. Yes,
Like you can
so
pause the game. Okay. But
Yeah,
when
so
the
right now
game
it's
is
paused.
paused, you can't be doing more. Okay, so could you like keep making executive decisions about things while the game is
Yes.
paused? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't mentioning it, but I left it paused while I laid
that's
down.
okay. Wait,
Yeah.
at the beginning you were doing that?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. That's kind of a bummer you can't speed it up. Does that ever
We can
feel
speed
like
it
that?
up.
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't
Sorry.
speed it up.
I said we can speed it up. I sped it up
Oh.
to times 1.5.
Okay.
So I'll bump it up to 2.
Oh, I mean, whatever. I don't know how any of this works. I thought you said that you couldn't speed it up, and I was like, oh, that's too bad. I feel like that's a helpful mechanic in a lot of these types of games.
Yeah. No, we absolutely can speed it up.
Now, do you play a lot of city builders, or have you played a lot of city builders? Or is this
Not
kind of
really. This
out
is
of
kind
form
of
for you.
Yeah, like I've watched my spouse plays a lot of city builders. He like really loves them. He's actually jealous because this isn't on console yet. And he really wants to play it.
That's
But
fine.
I've watched him play and I'm just kind of like you just keep going
Yeah.
until you're like kind of bored and then you start over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the point?
Oh,
So I
boy,
like how
struggle.
structured this is.
Uh-huh.
I know it's starting to storm. Oh,
And it's got kinda, like, short-term goals and stuff, and you can exhaust an area and then move on to the next thing as opposed to just
yeah.
keep going in the same spot for forever.
And the map keeps changing. It's, like, great.
Yeah.
Alright, so the harpies love to work with cloth, so I'm gonna assign them to make coats.
Okay. Yeah, get
Uh,
everybody some raincoats.
let's see, fabric. Yeah, plant fiber. So we can see here these different species of trees. It's like, it's not just wood, there's also a 40% chance you'll get meat and a 20% chance you'll get another type of building material from them.
Why
These
meat?
pink ones, I think it's because we're in this kind of like weird fungi forest, and it says something like, these are called like mussel sprout trees, and they look
Oh.
kind of like mussels.
Okay.
So they have meat.
Alright.
So because we fulfilled an order, we got a new blueprint to choose from.
Nice.
So maybe I'll do the ranch, because that way we can farm meat in addition to having to find it.
There you go.
Damn, my woodcutters are really cutting. So I'm just moving these camps, because when they harvest resources, they bring them back to the camps before they can go out and get more.
Uh-huh.
So I try to keep them close by. And they'll also like things that are produced from these buildings, they have to bring to this warehouse. And so that's the benefit of these warehouses, because like once we start expanding like to all the way over here, it takes them a long time to walk all the way to the main warehouse to drop off the supplies. So you start building the small ones to give them points to return things to. Okay, it's so wild. This guy looks totally different in the Steam version.
You mean the deck version?
Oh yeah, sorry, the deck version.
Huh.
It's so funny. I don't know why.
I wonder if because you have the, well, it may not matter. But I was gonna say, you have the smallest storage size deck, so I wonder if it's like a different version of the image that requires less like Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
my brain and technical terminology is not there right now. But like just less bandwidth and stuff to run to pull up and access, less graphical processing power.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. Because they use the same for that guy, old Farloof, the trader. They use the beaver image for him in the deck. And so it's gotta be it, just to save space.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna choose this one because it boosts. So global resolve is like how everyone is feeling. So everyone's gonna get +5 every time we discover a new glade. But woodcutting is 33% slower until we open at least 2. But we're about to open this one, so that's fine.
Okay. What are the animals there in the ranch? They look like narwhals or seals.
Yeah, it's like these freaky narwhals. You can find like dead ones in the forest, and so like, oh, they're called leech brood mother. Ew, hate it.
Yum.
All right, so we just uncovered this dangerous glade.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. There's a fishmen cave. The fishmen are like these fish people that like, okay, so apparently the world used to be flooded, like underwater.
I was wondering with the narwhal things.
Yeah. Because if we go to the edge of the map, you can see it's all surrounded by water. And yeah, that's a great point, like the narwhal creatures and stuff. And there's this cult of like fish people who have like freaky magic. So this is saying if we don't do anything in 12 and a half minutes, 3 freaky totems are gonna spawn, and the totems
Ugh.
just they, like, tank resolve because people get all freaked out, and then I'll get 1
So basically,
impatience
your
point.
characters will be like living in the Blair Witch Project,
Yeah, pretty much.
running around crying into their cameras.
Um, okay, so I don't have any of the shit I need to chase them away. I could bribe them. I don't have money. Oh god. Okay. So, do you have
I did.
Oh. What the
Uh-huh.
25. Okay.
Engineer of the Brass Order.
Oh.
I love a fantasy world that's got a mix of like anthropomorphized animals
Mhm.
and people living in it. Just that all day.
Totally.
I remember seeing the art of this game and getting like Redwall vibes.
Yeah.
The book series. I fucking love that book
Yeah.
series. Growing
That's
up.
a great yes. Very that. Okay. This is 11:55. Oh, wait, was that what it was? Sorry, everyone. It's oh, stone. I need 15 stone. Oh, he doesn't have that.
Oh, da, da, da.
Okay. I don't need these right now.
So if
Oh
this runs
god.
so good on Steam Deck, I wonder if they're working on a console version. Do you know?
I don't know, but I heard it's doing really well, so I hope they do.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard about this game as like,
Oof.
yeah, being one of the standouts from last year. Like a don't sleep on Against the Storm kind of a thing.
I like how each of the villagers has their own like voice, like the
Yeah. That's not what I would have expected from the harpy.
yeah. They're like yeah, yeah. Okay, they're working on it.
Speculation online about whether or not we'll see a console version is that it's possible because the game's been so popular, but that the Steam Deck controls are very reliant on the touchpads, and that could be a barrier to transitioning to
Hmm.
controllers. Have you found that?
That's interesting. Oh,
This is just
okay.
Reddit speculation. I'm not.
No, that's I feel like for the most part you can get away with not I don't really touch it except he's gone now, but when you're trading with the traders, there's this part where like a little bar comes up and you're deciding how much of a resource you want to sell.
Okay.
And it's like I do find that's the one interaction where I have to tap where the number
Uh,
is and type in a number because just
okay.
using the joystick, you don't have much control over the
Yeah.
scale, and
Okay.
there's no like single increment,
Yeah.
so I do have to touch it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is saying while they're working on this for a minute, um, there's hidden traps being sprung, and a fishman totem is spawning every 60 seconds.
Yikes.
And then the totem is saying it's adding 20 to hostility. So this red bar is the hostility of the forest. As it goes up, people get more anxious and their resolve goes down. So we want to try to
Okay.
keep that down.
Yep.
Things that make hostility go up. One of them is woodcutters. The forest gets mad when you cut shit down. Who would have thought? So like
Burn Gully.
the amount of the amount of woodcutters I have will make this go up. Also time, the amount of villagers, like the more as settlement grows, the forest gets more pissed. Oh, whoops. escape. I just want someone to resolve
Yeah, are
this.
you the bad guy?
I know. Are we? Because like, would the storm be happening if we didn't keep trying to subjugate nature?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
All right, let's see. Mushrooms. Okay, I can do that. All right, make 15 packs of crops or have a hearth at level 1, which I think we do have. Yes. We're killing it. We're slaying.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
right, we're on
great.
easy, lol. But I have to say, like,
Give yourself props
when
anyway.
like, when I was first playing this, like, easy was hard. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is there's so much going on.
Well, there's so much in these types of games to digest and process and
Yeah,
understand and then be able to apply, like, with any sort of logic behind it. So, yeah, I
yeah,
mean, for someone who doesn't play these games very often, it makes perfect sense that you want to start on easy and yeah,
yeah,
they're dense.
yeah.
A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of factors to consider
Oh,
and
yeah.
systems to understand.
Let's open this one. Uh-oh, this one's forbidden. Whatever, for
Oh
science.
boy. Yeah, for
Let's get in.
science, for the
Let's get in
stream.
there.
I want to see what happens when you do something forbidden. I mean, is it just dangerous enemies? Or are you just gonna get your shit rocked?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah, like, probably.
Okay.
It'll probably be, like, some intense thing we have to handle.
Okay.
Um, so this I'll get 0.75 reputation, which is a good boon. Oh no, we're low on fuel!
Uh-oh.
Oh god! Chop, my woodcutters, chop! Uh-oh.
Are you stuck with the same number of villagers that you brought, or does it go up?
No, so that will keep going up. I don't know on what scale, but it does seem like they reproduce. Like, I'll notice that the numbers will sort of go up, like, for each species, like the beaver number will go up and the human number will go up slowly. And then this icon is newcomers, so it says the next group of newcomers will be here in 3 minutes, and there'll be like this caravan of new people who arrive with different supplies, and you can pick. It'll be like 2 groups you can choose from, and you pick which one you want to join. So when next time that happens, in 3 minutes, we'll see an example of that.
Okay.
All right, there's some fertile soil over here, so I'm gonna turn it into tillable land.
Okay.
And I'm gonna build a little farm so that we can grow some crops.
All right. Stardew Valley.
That's right. I'm gonna harvest these reeds. Oh god. Okay, the queen is offering us a cornerstone. Packs of trade goods are worth 25% more when sold through a trade route. Your scouts have learned how to be cautious every time you open a cache or send it to the citadel. Hostility is lowered by 15 points. Okay, I'm gonna do that one because I think. Oh shoot, it already happened, but. Oh god, what is that? Okay.
Whoa. Wait, is that the forbidden? Is that a
Yeah.
dragon?
Giant stormbird.
Oh.
A never before encountered stormbird species. She is fiercely guarding her nest. The clouds around the settlement have begun to darken. Oh God!
Oh
I can
no.
tame her. Disturbing the nest will instantly summon a storm, which will continue until the scouts have finished working the event. Okay. For each hostility level. I mean, you can feed her. Well, I don't have enough for that. Well, I'm gonna tame her.
Do it.
This is probably gonna suck for our resolve, but let's do it. Cool.
Did it work?
So
You can't wait.
it'll take 2.5 minutes. If I do nothing, storms will get worse and we'll get an impatience point. Okay.
Okay.
So they're taming her and everyone's sad because the storm is bad.
Yeah, and they're over here trying to like fucking get this bird to calm down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have quite a few homeless people, so I'm gonna build some more housing.
Oh boy.
It's all my fault.
Housing is a human right, Spencer. What are
Yeah,
you
it
doing?
is. I'm
And
really
a
falling
beaver right,
down.
and a harpy right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Newcomers.
Okay.
So I can either have 2 harpies and 2 beavers with all this shit, or 2 humans and a beaver for 5 amber. Oh my god, how do I have 55 amber? Oh, it must have been from those caches we found. So I'm gonna get this stuff because this is all like crucial building materials.
Okay.
All right, how are we doing over here, y'all? Oh, it's happening!
Woo! She's nearly tamed.
Yay! And Zorg is here.
Zorg.
This guy. I
Is
love
that
his
Shrek?
voice. It's too good. Okay, let's see. Let's do ale production. Alright, I'm gonna get some pie because the humans love pie. And I'm trying to get humans resolve up to like 24. Okay. Some tools would be good. Okay.
His voice is great.
It's so good.
All them guys have derpy little voices.
Yeah.
Is he supposed to be a lizard or a frog?
Like a turtle guy?
Turtle?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he really does kind of look like Shrek.
He really does.
Ogres
He's
are
dark
like
fantasy
onions.
Shrek.
Dark fantasy Shrek.
Oh. Ogres are like onions. So true.
That's what I learned from that movie.
Okay. I have at least 2 buildings. Deliver 8 packs of luxury goods.
So will the run be over when you complete these?
So the run is over when we get, um, 7.33 reputation points. Or wait, no, do we have 7 point okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess it's 11 reputation points.
Okay.
So, I've completed runs having only done, like, half of these,
Oh, okay.
because reputation comes from filling orders, but it also comes from, like, these caches. You can get a reputation point by sending them to the Citadel,
Uh-huh.
and then you also get reputation from resolve. So, like, see this little blue mark
Uh-huh.
on the resolve? When I
Yep.
get it to that level, I'll get a reputation point. So, like, I
I
got
see.
one from the Harpies, getting
Yep.
it to whatever that was.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Is
um,
there an advantage to you ending the run quicker, or is it better to take your time?
um, well, the longer it is, the higher the impatience gets. So it says
Yeah,
here
okay.
it's plus, so there's that. And then you also get like at the end when it tallies up your score, you do get extra point. You get point bonuses for doing it under a certain amount of time.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh god. But yeah, that's against the storm. I don't know if we
Yeah.
need to finish the run. It's mostly just from here, it's gonna be like us watching the villagers do stuff. But I
They're
mean,
finishing it out. Yeah, that's
we
cool
did
though.
it in a dangerous glade, we did a forbidden glade, we did
We
this
did.
crazy event that I had never seen before.
Yeah, you tamed a
Um,
bird.
we upgraded our hearth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we did
Yeah, I mean, we went from nothing to like
it.
a thriving, bustling little city here.
Yeah.
And thankfully you finally built some housing for
Yeah, my poor guys.
your poor
There's also
people.
species-specific housing that you can build.
Oh wow.
Like there's this beaver house that looks like it's for beavers.
Yeah, they can just thrive in all their beaverness.
Exactly. So yeah.
No, that's great. Thank you so much for walking me through it. I'm glad I finally got to see it. Still probably not gonna try this on Steam Deck. I don't know how you're doing this on Steam Deck, buddy.
Now
Godspeed.
that I'm doing it here, I'm like, how am I?
But yeah, if it comes to console, I'm definitely intrigued. So yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
that's
for thanks for showing it off.
it's a good smooth
Um
brain game.
Good, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified whenever we go live here on YouTube. We're gonna be back on Sunday, right? That's what we decided.
Mhm.
For Patreon subscribers. So if you are a paying member of the Patreon, you can come hang out with us on Sunday. I need to send an update to the Patreon about that, but we're moving our live recording for the January bonus episode from Saturday to Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be doing our 2024 fantasy draft. So, folks, get excited about that if you're a paying member. And if you're not a subscriber on Patreon, no worries. We'll be back here on YouTube next Thursday. We are going to be off on Tuesday due to work conflict that I have. But until then, if you want more pixel therapy in your life, you can find us over on patreon.com/pixeltherapypod and your podcast listening platform of choice. We'll be back very, very soon with some more
Pixel
pixel therapy.
therapy.